Western science has concluded that our universe is simply rocks from nothing, and consciousness is a hallucination created by complex chemistry. This creation model, however, leaves us with a perplexing problem. How do rocks from nothing create complex consciousness, including the human mind? How do we explain the appearance of thinking rocks? Further, if consciousness is only a stream of hookah pipe smoke appearing within a field of rocks, how can we use the personal mind, dwelling within the waking dimension of consciousness, to scientifically discover the truth for our universe? Even a gathering of Alice's Mad Hatters would pause for reflection, before trusting a plume of smoke to be their guide into the cosmos. The dilemmas surrounding thinking rocks suggest that we are deep within a cosmic illusion. Perhaps our universe then is a Shakespearean theatre, constructed by consciousness, and based upon three primal riddles of appearance. The beliefs that matter creates consciousness, the ego is separate from the surrounding universe, and the eternal is simply the three dimensions of consciousness, those of deep sleep, dream, and waking. Perhaps when the dark void of deep sleep enfolds us within the cosmic theatre, the light of the eternal is lost from perception. The creation story has begun, and within the darkness there arises a koan or cosmic riddle. How can the reflected light of the ego find the sun which lights all, yet cannot be seen? It is said that a single strand of DNA, taken from each person alive upon our planet, could fit within a walnut shell. What tiny space then could enshroud the hookah pipe smoke of the quantum information fields, which create the human psyche? The Indian yogis say that the vast oceans of the multiverse can fit within the space of a mustard seed. So perhaps all the realms of matter and consciousness, the realms which comprise our universe, are merely a shower of sparks appearing within a cosmic dream. Perhaps our universe is a Leela, a play of consciousness, a realm of appearances, where, as William Blake suggests, we can hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. The mystics, for at least 5,000 years, have proposed an alternative creation theory to the rocks from nothing creation concept. For 5 millennia, the mystics have proposed a creation theory we can call quantum images upon an eternal mirror. This creation theory is the perennial philosophy, and it can be seen within the Taoism of China, the Vedas of India, the Buddhism from Tibet, and the musical universes from ancient Greece and Egypt. It is a creation theory based upon consciousness and eternal awareness, with matter appearing as the densest form of consciousness. This quantum image creation theory contains a fundamental premise, that our universe is a structure of octaves, a musical creation, for in the beginning was the Word. Surprisingly, an octet structure to our universe has also been proposed by such scientific geniuses as Pythagoras, Kepler, Mendeleev, Tesla, Ramanujan, and Gell-Mann. In the law of octaves, 3 primal powers move from a base point through 7 steps to create octaves of manifestation, with the last creation step forming the first step within the following octave. This is why the law of octaves was also historically known as the law of 7. We can see these octaves presented in the game of chess. These octaves also appear within the ancient divination game of the I Ching, with the 64 hexagrams forming perfect binary mirrors for the 64 codons of DNA. We can see octaves in the structures of music and the complex patterns of dance. Our personal psyche can be described as an octet structure, with 7 centers or chakras resonating with octet vibrations, a structure of personal self which creates a descent and ascent within the genie's bottle of the physical body, as we seek our union with the eternal mirror, a state known as diamond mind. Surprisingly, we can see that we are not only journeying horizontally through time, but also vertically through consciousness. In the early stages of this journey, When we dwell beneath Wisdom Heart, we will experience ourselves as a personal self, existing within the fields of pleasure and pain, of life and death. But when we dwell at Wisdom Heart, we will experience ourselves as pure spirit, the state of I Am. The witnessing self is then no longer trapped in identity with the changing fields of consciousness, in the tenacious clasp of the 5 primal chains of incarnation. These chains are forgetfulness, the loss into sexual polarity, the entrapment at the woundings of childhood and sex and pride, the identity with the personal mind, and the dwelling beneath the ego structure at the liver. Beyond our planetary existence, the matter consciousness power turbine of our solar system is also based upon the law of 7, with 2 Fibonacci patterns of planets, and it is perhaps no coincidence that the human psyche vibrates at about 150 Hz. The distance from the Earth to the Sun, when measured by the speed of light, is about 150 million kilometers, and the vibration of middle C in Western music is 261 Hz. Welcome to the Pythagorean harmony of the spheres and the ancient belief that our solar system is a musical structure. Beyond our solar system, the law of octaves creates the spiral galaxies, including our Milky Way. When Western science has examined the galactic field, it has discovered that we are surrounded by 3 dimensions, those of dark energy, dark matter, and our visible universe, with the visible universe comprising less than 5% of the 3 dimensions. The ancient mystics also proposed that our universe is comprised from 3 dimensions, appearing as descending octaves of one another, with deep sleep dimension appearing as a vault 7 times as powerful as dream, which in turn is 7 times as powerful as waking consciousness. Our visible universe then comprises only 100 divided by 49, or 2.0408% of our universe. The mystics also proposed that our universe is simply a tiny bubble, appearing within the oceans of the multiverse. These oceans can also be described as a panorama of 64 powers. In each individual universe, 18 conscious powers form the dimension of waking, 18 conscious powers form the dimension of dream, 15 conscious powers form the causal forces, including the projection powers of deep sleep, and 13 eternal powers form the dimensions of the multiverse. Perhaps these 64 powers form the fabled theory of everything sought by Western science. These depictions of our universe are similar to Plato's cave theory, the child of India's Om theory, so perhaps we can also present Plato's cave theory in the form of 5 pyramids containing 64 powers.